John Bartholomew. I'm one of the installers here at the installation garage for the Indiana State Police. This is going to be your office for 9, maybe 10, 12 hours a day, depending. And we want to make sure it's clean and it's right for you and that everything works.
I am Jacob Hendricks over here at the ISP garage. We are the main headquarters and I am on the mechanic side, so I primarily deal with basic maintenance and repairs of the vehicles. But for these rookie cars, what I'm in charge of doing is mainly cleaning every visible spot of the vehicle, and they have to be in tip-top shape because this is their mobile office practically. It's where all the work gets done. Whatever they do is in this car, having to do with this car. So everything has to be running, ready to go, right off the rip. As soon as they pull out of that parking lot, it has to be good to go. I've only been here coming up on a year in November, and I'm very proud to be part of the team and kind of help be part of the process with all these vehicles.
I'm Tommy Bannister, the installation supervisor for ISP. I oversee the production of these new cars, which it's gotten a lot more complicated over the years. It's more than just lights and a siren and a radio. Now we've integrated a cradle point modem with internet access through 2 different wireless service providers, and also it's part of the body camera system, and we have a new Pathfinder system that controls the lights. This thing needs to be programmed by our installers. Everybody needs a laptop now just to make the lights work.
My name is Roosevelt Williams with the Field Support Service Section. This will be now my second class for issuing out rookie cars or recruit cars. Tomorrow, 18 recruits will receive their new commission. It's very special for these guys. A lot of time and effort has gone into these commissions, from getting them here, from the dealership to building them. The process has changed because we do implement that body-worn camera program now, which adds a little bit more time to that build. So the process changed a little bit, but it's a big deal for all the recruits that will receive their cars tomorrow. The probationary officer will receive their cars tomorrow. It's a big deal.
My name is Steve Moore. This is October the 4th, 2022. We've got 18 rookie cars that we're just parking right now. So hopefully here in about less than an hour, I'll have them parked and ready to go. Let's leave it right there. Lock it up and put the keys in that bag and give them the key. Whoa. Turn that, there you go. Whoa, that'll work. Turn hard. Turn the wheel that way. Right, okay, now go back easy. Whoa, right there. Right there? 37 years I've got on here at the department. And I'm not sure exactly how many rookie classes I've been involved with, but pretty close to 37. Now come to straighten it up. Straighten it up, right there, right there. I'm pretty particular about that for whatever reason, and sometimes the guys get a little irritated with me, but I want it to look good. This is a big day for everybody. And not only for the troopers themselves getting new cars for the first time, it's kind of a big deal for us too. You know, it's kind of interesting, the work that these guys put into it. A lot of hard work these guys do, and just to see these all go out at one shot was pretty neat. So, pretty cool.
Excellent when you've come down from LaGrange County and somebody here at the museum sees you and hands you a cup of coffee. That's ISP for you. ISP people, best in the world. Good coffee too.
I'll let you go until I tell you something different.
Yeah, I think it's excellent. As I was telling P.O. Streeter that's sitting there in my car, I can still remember over 27 years ago coming down and getting my car. It's one of those moments that you will remember throughout your career, and having everybody come down here and having all the cars lined up, again, something that you remember, and it gets you started off on the right foot for a positive 25-year career. We've always enjoyed bringing the troops down. Our whole command staff will be here today, and we're very, very proud of our 2 troops that are, that'll be getting their cars. It's going to be a nice day today, and you get to see troops from all over the state that you just don't see every day. So it's a good time.
That'll work. We'll leave it right there. Looks good to me.
Morning, everybody. Waiting on me to get in those sleds, aren't you? Oh boy, yeah, I'd be a little anxious myself. Well, hey, congratulations. It's been quite a journey. You all have started this period of time in just an amazing place. It's going to be really weird when you leave here today and there's nobody in that passenger seat. It's going to be really, really weird. And I worry about you every single minute of every single day. And that you remember all the things that you've learned. I want to go back in time for just a little bit and talk about this journey. This will be the last time you'll probably be together as a class. Now, who knows what that really means, because the classes seem to be getting smaller. I want to talk about that here in just a minute too. But I hope you've appreciated that journey. I hope you've appreciated that ride from that first day when all of you were wondering what the hell you've done with your lives, to moving through that build of relationships throughout the academy and all that you were able to accomplish in the academy, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I hope that you look back on that period of time and realize that everything we did have a reason. Maybe it wasn't perfect, nothing is, but everything we tried to do had a purpose for when you got out of there and got out into the field and started this journey of being an Indiana trooper. We continue to adapt these recruit schools every single time, and I'm confident that we've got the best cadre right now of total instructors in command out at the academy that we've ever had in our history. I'm really, really proud of that. And I say that not necessarily because of what they do, but because of what they think and how they believe. And it's all about you. It's all about you. It's one of the things that I love about the ISP, is it's so incredibly unselfish, especially when things are bad. We fuss with each other when things are good. But when things are bad, there is nobody better. And I'm really proud of what they've done out there. We have, I think, 12 in the academy currently. 12. So I'm going to challenge you all. We need your help. You engage and interact with people a whole lot smarter than me, with people that get this world today in a way that I don't, that you do. You need to help. And the reason you need to help is because these people that you might encourage to apply may be the ones that you work with. Because right now, as you well know, there's not a lot of support out there in regards to a shift partner. And I hate that for you. I hate that for you. What I'm going to do is continue to think differently about how we recruit, how we retain, how we keep our employees. But we can't do it all. We've got to have your help. Imagine what would happen if every single person in the department found one person to apply and go through the process based on your experiences. And frankly, if you don't want to encourage somebody to apply, then you probably ought not stay with us at this point in your career especially. So I would encourage you to please do that. I'm not adjusting the standards. I'm not going to reduce our standards. That's not going to happen. And I know that we're going to come out of this. You all are going to be in a really good place when we come out of this U-shaped recovery. And as you start your career, there's going to be all kinds of opportunity for you moving forward, all kinds of opportunities. And we're not going to stay like this forever. And I want you to remember that when you get out there. When you're all by yourself in 2 or 3 counties and you wonder, what the heck am I doing? I hope you'll understand the value of relationships with other agencies, that you get to know those, particularly when you work in the rural areas, that you get to know those city and county officers, because they're going to be your lifeblood. The bad news is we're really down people. The good news is it might give us an opportunity to think a little bit differently out in the field with how we actually police. So I would encourage you to do that. And I know several of you have already done it, and I would encourage you to make to reach out. So please help. Please help.
we've come a long way, finishing my 10th year, and I'm going to say that my staff has come a long way in supporting the field with equipment, with cars, with training, with things and with stuff. But at the end of the day, there are things and there's stuff. We got to remember to take care of each other. And what you're about to experience is not normal. As some of you have already seen it, you've already have experienced some things that are not normal for the human eye to see or the brain to think about. Pay attention to each other and pay attention to yourselves. I say this every single time, and every time I get a chance throughout the course of a week, that we're expected to be superhuman, but we're not. We're just normal people with tremendous authority and tremendous responsibility. But death, dying, destruction, hurt, pain, and sorrow are not normal. It's just not normal to see it all the time, hear about it all the time. Pay attention and care for yourselves. Please, care for yourselves. Your significant others, the same thing. You don't expect them, like I told you at graduation, don't expect your families to understand what you're experiencing because they won't be able to understand. So don't expect them to. But have empathy for them and understand that it's going to be a little bit different for them. Now, especially when you leave by yourself. You've earned it, you've paved the way. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But remember, your spouses and your kids and your moms and dads and your neighbors and all those people are going to worry about you in a whole different way now, in a whole different way than they did before, because they knew you had somebody in that car with you. So please pay attention to that and remember, don't leave home angry. Don't ever leave home angry. I don't know what the future holds for all of us, but what I do know is this is one hell of a journey. There was a fellow by the name of Jim Adderholt, who was Governor Pence's chief of staff when I first became the superintendent of the state police. And Jim Adderholt retired and moved to a condominium on the beach in Fort Myers. And I talked to him on the way down here today. I couldn't get a hold of him for several days. And I told him what I was going to do today, where I was headed, what I was going to be able to do, and talk with you all. And he said to me, from me, encourage them to appreciate every day and what they have. He said, I never in a million years thought we would experience what we experienced. And they were on the 9th floor of a condo right on the ocean in Fort Myers. And the first 2 floors of the condominium were gone. How it stood, he doesn't understand, he doesn't know. He stuck around because there were some older people that he and his wife had become very close with, and they were not going to leave, so he decided to stick it out. But he really thought that it was all over. He didn't think that the building would accept the storm or survive the storm. So he passed it on to a life lesson. I hope that you'll remember the things that really matter. Don't leave here today without thanking the people that make all this happen. Everybody from logistics, from Major Williams on down. Every single person that touches these vehicles. I'm not going to talk about the way it was when I got my car, but we didn't have these kinds of experiences, and it makes me feel really, really good to be able to see you getting the very best equipment, new cars, new equipment, new rifles, all those kinds of things that are so very important, especially in a modern policing agency in 2022. Thank them. Don't take advantage of them. Thank them. When you get to the field, secretaries and mechanics are the most important people out there. Most important people out there. So please, please, please thank them for what they've done. This doesn't just happen. It just doesn't. It doesn't just happen. It's very complicated. And finally, again, Colonel French and I will get some photographs with you in front of your vehicles, and that's one of the highlights for me over the course of a year, to be able to do that, because it's really the last moment. It's really the last moment. I've told all your families that I feel the weight of the world in regards to making sure that you're properly prepared and protected out there. So we're adding some groups to that, to some weight to that, I guess, if we're going to talk about it in simple terms. So you heard Colonel French many months ago talk about that, being that quiet professional. Please don't forget that. Please, 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 please don't forget that. It's probably what's going to sustain us as we look back on this period of time and learn what we experienced during this period of time that nobody could have planned for. That will always, always allow you to stand the test of time. I don't know how much more I got in me, but sometime probably 2 more years. And while I'm here, I'm telling you that we're not going to adjust our standards. I'm not going to open up tattoos. I'm not going to open up the outside vest carriers and facial hair. I'm not doing it. And I hope you understand a little bit more now about why that is so important. That stability and the way in which people view us is really, really important at a time when our profession is under perpetual attack. And going to a law enforcement funeral is a pretty clear indicator to me why it's so important that we have these rules. Why we have these rules, especially with how we are viewed, because most people see us, but they don't deal with us. The worst, no, I'm going to say the most unpopular decision I ever made, and every single person in this room knows what I'm going to say, is when I took tinted windows off our cars. And that I did that for a very specific reason at a time that I didn't really understand. But I want people to see you. I want people to be proud of you. I want you to be proud of what you represent. So remember, the inside of that car is a reflection of all of us. It's expected to be operationally ready. Not trash can. Really, really important. Really important. So I think you've learned all those lessons over this course of time, and it's hard to believe now from that day one, here you are. And you're going to get in that sled and be out there on your own. So I wish all of you the very, very best. I'm so proud of you. And I really challenge you now to take that next step. The rearview mirror is your best friend. Your rearview mirror is your best friend. Please, please pay attention to it. Okay? Enjoy the ride. Man, I wish I was you. Gosh, I wish I was you. And I'd be willing to bet that about 95% of people in this room wish they were you and got to start all over again. So I'm really, again, I'm so proud of you. Peyton Utterback, come on up. Now, we started this some time ago, and I think everybody understands what this is, but it's a pleasure for me to be able to explain it because of my love for Gary Dudley. I think everybody in the room, but to that individual that exemplifies so much over the course of a period of time, and not just push-ups. You got to be able to do at the end of your career what you did at the start. So, yeah, stay in shape.
I'll try my best.
Okay, but it's a pleasure to be able to present this to you, and I hope it's a token of appreciation. And Gary would be really, really proud of it. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Real quick. Before you step away. So Utterback and Gallic come up. These are not yours. These are the ones that will go on the record board. Your record for the 300, your record for the push-ups, and your record for the push-ups. So
No, you get up there, Tom. Nice job.
Hey guys, let's go ahead and expedite and get to your cars. We're ready to get set up.
I'll come out and help you.
Very excited. Been an extremely long time coming. Feel like the academy went by extremely slow. FTO went by a lot faster, but once we got out on the road and outside of the academy, it was got to really see what the whole job encompasses, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm excited to get out there with my own car and start to do my own thing.
It's a pretty big day. It shows that all of our hard work has finally paid off. It's been a long road to get here, but proud to finally be here.
It means a lot. It's been a long journey to get here, and we put in a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat. It's a very proud moment in my life.
This day it's hard to describe what it means. It's been such a long process and journey to get to this point, and I know me and a lot of my classmates, there's been days where you weren't sure you're going to make it to here. So we're all just really excited and super proud to be able to get in our cars and finally leave and go out on solo patrol. It's been a day we've all been waiting for.
It's pretty special. You know, I've something I've dreamed about for a long time, you know, seeing his car parked in the driveway and me finally getting mine. It's a really special day.
I thought I could park my car here and get another 28 years, but this is the next best thing. He set his mind on making the state police, and then he is very goal driven and he works very hard at it, and he's gonna be very successful.
This day means a lot to me. Finally wrapping up everything that we've gone through, starting with the academy and then going through all the FTO process. It's so surreal at this point now that we're finally getting a car and just ready to go out there and hit the road.
You don't have to hit a button or anything.
Oh, this is huge. I mean, I applied, it's been about a year, and I don't know, a few months ago, July of 21, July of 22, we finally started the academy and got through that, graduated in June, and then we had a few months of FTO, so this has been a long time coming. It's a lot of hard work put into it. I'm just excited to be here at this point.
It's huge. It seems like I've been waiting forever for this day. I've been counting down. I have a little calendar in my kitchen, and I just slide the day every single day. And I did it this morning, and I kind of giggled to myself because I was like, oh my gosh, I get my car today. It's weird. You feel like you've been waiting forever, but then you go to sleep and you wake up and it's here. So very exciting. I can't wait to get out there. It's weird being in an FTO's car, someone else's commission, and then you sit in yours and you're like, this is my car. So I don't know if it's really hit me yet, but I'm excited and I can't wait. I personally will not be working patrol today. I unfortunately got COVID during FTO, so I have, I believe, the rest of this week to ride with my FTOs, but the difference is this week I'm making them ride in my car. So I have a couple patrol days left, and then I will drive my commission home Saturday night.
I have my niece here today getting her car. Very proud of her. She's going to be a Indianapolis District Troop. She's very, very excited, and she's ready to go. She's full of energy and really excited.
This is really important. You know, at the beginning of the year, it was like this day would never get here. It just felt impossible when you first get into the academy. You're like, what are you going through? And to be here on this day, it's incredible.
I do remember getting my first car back in '91 on the gravel parking lot back behind logistics. So yes, I do remember this is it was a used 1988 Crown Vic. These are very nice cars. Nice for them to get new ones. Like to see the progress and all the good equipment they're getting.
This is great. So we're very fortunate with P.O. Chanel and excited for her to get her own car and get started.
Thank you.